I played Pro Scrims yesterday and this is everything you need to know. So lag and FPS drops feel pretty good on the new engine. These weren't grand finals lobbies. They were pretty stacked. Probably won't know until FNCS comes around. These lobbies could get better or worse. This is where everyone landed yesterday for Scrims. As you can see, there's still a ton of contention. Everyone's figuring out a good loot route. Only a few POIs can really handle 2 to 4 teams. So it'll be interesting to see what people come up with. The map is a little bigger, so make sure you're rotating early. Storm is a huge factor. And if you don't rotate quick enough, you'll be stuck in zone like I did over here. Make sure you're using cars and whatever map rotation is available to you at the time. Over here, there's a guaranteed llama by Crackshot's cabin. As we can see from Epic Whale right here, the new heal spray is super strong, not just in endgame, but it's also good in mid game and early game as well. The middle lake is bigger than it looks. Plan to rotate early and abuse cars if you can. I'm under the impression that there are more pads in the loophole, so don't be afraid to use your pad to get yourself out of a tight situation. Chances are someone will bail you out with their own pad later in the game. Make sure your MK7 and SMG are actually reloaded. The animation doesn't sync up to when you're actually reloaded, and it takes a little longer than you would think. If you need surge, double spraying with MK7 is extremely broken. It bleeds through builds like crazy. However, it does burn through ammo really fast, so only do it if you have a ton of ammo or when you need to. It does seem like metal was a lot harder for people to get. It could just be because we're not used to the new map yet, but keep that in mind. The harpoons are still laggy. As you can see right here, people are figuring out new ways to use the sliding mechanic. Right here, someone's tarping while sliding. Make sure you slide after using a pad whenever you can. You get a ton of momentum. Since snipers are back, storm search is a lot easier if you or your duo is really good at sniping. Make sure you spend your spare gold on ammo whenever you can at vending machines. If you didn't know, you can now drop items while you're knocked, so that's huge when you're in endgame. This season, low ground seems way harder to hold than any other season, because if you're not the first team down there, you will be double sprayed by a good team, and the spray meta is huge right now. Be careful dropping to low ground unless you know what you're doing. The MK7 and SMG are way better than having an MK7 and an auto shotgun. So once you get a striker, make sure you're using an SMG. SMG is also just a great option in general over any shotgun in this meta. Height looks a lot more free than normal this season, especially with spicy splashes and peppers being a lot more common, as well as the MK7 just being able to beam anyone, and the constant pressure you can put down with the SMG plus MK7 combo. Not a lot of people are going for it. If you're able to get it, it seems a lot easier to hold this season, but be careful. One of the main reasons people aren't going for high ground is because mid ground is super easy to get refreshes with the double spray meta, and you can go longer, especially with the increased pad spawn. Could be coincidence, but with all the padders, if you don't have a pad, it looks like you can walk for free using old builds or just using dead side of first moving. That's everything I learned from Pro Duo Scrims. If you have any tips, leave them in the comments down below. Make sure to like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, I'll be streaming all Scrims and events this season, so make sure to check me out at twitch.tv/BenPen, link in the description.